So belonging for that deep blue sea. I'm still waiting for her to be good to me. So what in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run.
John Prine, The Speed of the Sound of Loneliness. This song was requested several times, and the first time I heard it, I was just kind of meh about it. And then I heard it again, and then the melody grabbed me after a couple of listens. And then I got into the words, and it's a great song, and we're going to dive in. The finger picking is not that complicated. I don't want to say this is like beginner Travis picking, but if you've got a couple things under your belt, the first couple tunes in my Travis picking series, then you can probably do this one, especially if you slow it down, maybe simplify it a little bit, but not that hard. You can do it. It's doable. A great song, just a 1-4-5 chord progression. Sorry, I'm half distracted. There's a crying baby down there, but I'm not being a negligent father because my wife is down there with her. Baby Indigo turned 1 the other day. Yesterday, actually. That's great. I can't believe it. That cliche about like time going fast when you're a father, certainly a father of 3. Time goes fast. But John Prine, we're going to do the song. It's great. If you don't know it, check out Prine's version, but also me and Andrea have recorded it with Ella. Here, link. Go watch that. Listen to it. It's a great song, and let's learn this thing. First measure, just the G chord. Let's play through it here. My thumb is bouncing back and forth between 6 and 4. And then in between I have 6, index plays the 3rd string. 6, 3, 4, then I play 2 with my middle finger. 6, 3, 4, 2, that's the first half. Thumb, index, thumb, middle. And then it ends, thumb, index on the 3rd string, thumb on the 4th, index on the 3rd. So that ending. And the 2 parts together for that measure. Second measure. So we've got a G chord, just like the beginning of the first one, and it's 6, 2. So thumb, middle, and then 4, 3, which is thumb, index. Thumb, middle, thumb, index. The string's there, 6, 2, 4, 3. And then we have a little walk here. We've got 5th string with the thumb, then the 3rd string with the index. 5th string with the thumb, but we play the 2nd fret. So it's just open, open, 2, open. And the strings are 5, 3, 5, 3. Alright, so when you break it down, it's very simple. That measure. And let's put that together with the first measure. 3, 4. Some cool movement going on. Now, don't worry if it's not exact. This is one of these songs where we're mainly listening to the really cool melody and the female harmony with it. So whether you're picking the 2nd string before the 3rd, doesn't really matter. It's not about the melody. The picking pattern's more about just filling up the chord and giving it some beef and space and movement. But don't get too particular because no one's really paying attention to that exact melody. No surprise, we go to a C chord. So if you look at the song, analyze it, G, C, D. G is 1, G, A, B, C is 4, G, A, B, C, D. 1, 4, 5. Prine is brilliant at this, not doing anything super clever. Actually, it's not even remotely clever. He's doing the most cliche thing you could possibly do with the chords. But the song's still amazing because the melody's really good and the lyrics are good. Prine has a way of like hitting on these deep-rooted archetypes in songs. Like the Bible is like the Jesus story. It's true on so many levels. It's true because it is true, but it's also true because it's that death and resurrection thing is embedded in us. And Prine has a way with folk songs where he writes a melody that you hear it and immediately you either feel like you heard the song before, or you get the feeling that it had to be that way. Like it couldn't possibly be any other way. And Prine just found it. So the more I write songs, the more I kind of realize that like you're not writing a good song, you're finding it. And recently I think of like it's just like when you have that moment of inspiration, it's like raining down on you, and you just have to grab a bucket and hold your bucket and just be patient with your bucket, and eventually you'll catch the archetype in there and you'll have a good song. I swear it makes sense when I speak in my mind about it, but maybe not to you. But Prine's good at that. So we go to the C chord. That's all that I was trying to say to you. We're on the 4 chord, and here's the pattern. And we're doing thumb on 5. So the thumb's going back and forth between 5 and 3. So we have that jump. And in between we have 5, 2, 3, 1. So thumb, index, thumb, middle. And then it just ends thumb, index, thumb. And then measure 4, we'll just go right into it. Here's the break, the rhythm's different. And there's a walk. So it's just thumb, thumb, and all still on the C chord. 5, 3, 2 are the strings. And then we walk, similar walking idea, but we start on with the 2nd fret down. 5 to 3. And then we move the 3rd fret, and the strings are 5 to 3. So you're walking up, 2nd fret, 3rd fret. So let's do all 4 measures, because I think the C's not too tricky. If it was, pause, go back, loop that, get it down. And here's the first 4 measures. 3, 4. And now measure 5, the completely expected and satisfying D chord. Simple measure. The thumb's going back and forth between 4 and 3. It's 4, 2, 3, 1. It's the first half. And then the second half is just 4, 2, 3. Like that. So the whole thing. That's it. 4, 3. Sorry. 4, 2, 3, 1. 4, 2, 3. Thumb, index, thumb, middle, thumb, index, thumb. Measure 6, he's giving the D chord a little bit of color by giving us this D sus2. He lifts his middle finger and he hammers it down, lifts it back up, and then he ends with a little anticipation note. So let's go through this. I am going to hammer and pinch. I'm pinching 4 and 1, and my middle finger is up. And I pinch those 2, and then hammer my middle finger down on the 2nd fret. Let me give you a different angle there. Right, hitting 4 and 1, hammering that middle finger down. And then my thumb just keeps the pattern going, 4, 3, 4, 3. So you got the hammer, pinch and hammer, thumb alone, and then I do the middle finger on the first string, and I lift up what I just hammered down there. It goes right back up. Hammer, 3rd string first open, so get that down, and then the second half of the measure is, so it's thumb on 4, 2nd string with your index, thumb on 3, 2nd string, index again, but we lift the chord up, and we're playing a B, which anticipates the next chord, which is the G chord. And chances are he's probably just lifting his whole hand there, right, instead of just the one finger, because he's going into the G chord that comes next. So that whole measure, a little bit slower, 3, 4. Measure 5 and 6 together. Measure 7 here, Prine does a very little subtle, simple thing, but it makes the whole riff jump and stand out. Again, nothing super clever, but just hits on this. Simple. Simple is beautiful, right? Kiss. Keep it simple. Stupid. Not that you're stupid. I would never call you stupid. Keep it simple, silly. Keep it simple, super guy. Sorry, that... I'm not funny. Let's just play the song. So you have a G chord, and we're hammering on. That's all that he's doing, but it's giving it a nice, cool feel, and he lifts that note again later. We'll get to it. Hammering from open to 3 on the 6th string, then the thumb right away on the 4th string. And then the 2nd string open. So the thumb hammers, thumb on the 4th, and then open on the 2nd with your middle finger. 1 and 2, and the second half of the measure is just 3 and 4. Thumb, index, thumb, 6, 3, 4 are the strings. So that whole measure, 3, 4. Again. Let's go right into the next measure, 8. Your pinky should be down here. We're going to pinch 6 and 1. Pinch, and then it's 4, 2. So pinch, thumb, index. Then the second half is 6, 2, 6 again, but we lift that ring finger and then play 3. So it's 6, 2, 6, 3. And it's thumb, middle, thumb, thumb, middle, lift it, thumb, index. So that whole measure. Whoops. Let's do 1 through 8 all the way through. This is the entire intro, and then that's pretty much it. The verse is just a slight variation with the right hand, but it's the same exact chords. But let's do 1 to 8, and then we'll talk about the verse. 3, 4. Let's start the verse here on measure 9, and so when I'm listening to this, I grab it's a live version of John Prine playing it. It's just him and acoustic guitar, like sitting on a bar stool or something. I think it's live from 2010, and that's the version I'm going off of, because in the studio version there's too much going on to know what his solo guitar is doing. So I did that, and every verse is a little different. Again, there's not a specific melody that he's playing here, right? So Prine knows how to play, and he's got a rough idea of what he's doing, but he's a good player, and he's played this song a million times, so it's not, each verse is a little different. So what I'm trying to say is you don't have to get hung up on what exact notes. I'm going to show you the ones that jumped out to me, and I'm taking the ones that I thought were a little more interesting from each verse and giving you those parts. But remember, when you're singing, focus on your singing, and the pattern can be really simple. If you're performing, everyone is going to be paying attention to you singing it. So don't worry about getting it exactly right. But of course, if you're doing this as a guitarist and you don't sing, then get a little, get a little nitpicky and really figure it out note for note, which is what I did in the tab here. All right, so let's do 9, and just a G chord. He starts singing. 9 and 10 are exactly the same, and I will sing along for all you singers so you can get the phrasing with the picking part, but it's just 6, 4, 3, 6, 2, 4, 3. I'm giving you string numbers here. 6, 4, 3, 6, 2, 4, 3, and it does it again. 6, 4, 3, 6, 2, 4, 3. So, and the fingers I'm using, thumb, thumb, middle, thumb, index, thumb, middle. And for that, he is singing, come home late and you come home early, and it's a C chord, so just go slow when you're singing it. You come home late and you come home early. Let's go right into the next part, and it's a C chord, again, the thumb's going back and forth between 5 and 3. 5, 3, 1, 5, 2, 3. Thumb, thumb, middle, thumb, index, thumb. Thumb, thumb, middle, thumb, index, thumb. And then measure 12, you pinch 5 and 2 with thumb and index. And 3, 2. So pinch 5 and 2, 3, 2. And then we're doing a little walk, but simplifying it from before. It's just 2nd fret on the 5th string, 3rd string open, and then 3rd fret on the 5th string. Thumb, index, thumb. And there's no vocal on that C part. So from 9, 3, 4. You come home late, and you come home early. To the D chord, simplified from the intro. Thumb, thumb, and thumb, and thumb. And the strings are 4, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3. Thumb, thumb, middle, thumb, index, thumb. And then the next measure, 14. Exactly the same, except you pull off at the end. The 2 is pulling off. Remember, your pull off, you're kind of tugging down to get the snappiness. You don't want to bend it, but you're about to bend it. Getting that strength on it to pull the bow and arrow down and shoot it into the sky. When you do it quick, you shouldn't really hear the bend or feel too much of it. And so let's discuss that measure 14. Thumb, thumb, and thumb, and thumb with the pull off. And it's 4, 3, 2, 4, sorry, 4, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3. And the fingers, thumb, thumb, middle, thumb, index, thumb. And then to a G. I don't know if that's the same as before. 6, 4, 2, 6, 3, 4. And then measure 16. We're pinching 6 and 1. And it's 4, 2. And then we have a new kind of walks, but again, echoing what happened in the intro. 6, 3, 6, 3. But it's 3rd fret, and then you lift it open. 6th string, 3rd fret, 3rd string open, 6th string open, 3rd string open. And so going from 13 with the lyrics, let me look at the lyrics here. You come on big when you're feeling small. One more time, a little slower, 3, 4. You come on big when you're feeling strong. So let's do a verse run through. That is the entire verse, and pretty much you know the entire song. There's a little ending tag, but that's it, because the verses and the chorus, it's not any different. It's just the same chords. So let's do a whole verse run through. So I'm going to do what I just showed you, 9 to whatever it is, 16. But then we're just going to loop it and sing it with the next stanza. And bear with me because I don't have these words memorized. But let's try it here. 3, 4. You come home late and you come home early. You come on big when you're feeling small. And that repeats. Come home straight and you come home curly. Sometimes you don't come home at all. Why is that lyric so good? You come home straight and you come home curly. Does anyone else love that lyric? Comment below. Why is that lyric so amazing? It is, and then he just keeps going. So let's do the chorus, but the chorus is exactly the same as this verse. And so, same thing. 3, 4. So what in the world's come over
What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. Real pretty. You're gonna do it.
Let's do that tagged outro. So if you go to measure 17 in the tab, it is, that part starts the very last time he sings, "You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness." Right? So again, instead of playing 9 through 16, you do 9 through 16, or you sing the first part of the chorus. Then when you get to that second stanza, you're gonna, the very last time in the song, we're gonna play 17 instead, which starts almost exactly the same.
Broken the speed of the sound of loneliness.
It's all the same so far.
You're out there running just to be on.
That changes, a different fill. So we got the D is the same in 21. That's a little different in 22. We're just doing thumb and thumb. 4, 2, 4. Thumb, index, thumb. And here we have a different walk. We're hitting open on the 6th string, then open on the 4th, then the 2nd fret on the 6th string, open on the 4th. And I'm just doing thumb, index, and then we go to a G chord.
To be on the run.
That's all pretty similar to what we've done before, except the walk's a little different. We're doing that 2-3 walk that we usually do at the end of the C chord, but here we're doing it over the G. So it's 2nd fret on the 5th string, open on the 3rd, 3rd fret on the 5th string, open on the 3rd, thumb, index, index. And then he tags the lyric. He goes back to the D.
Out there running just to be on the...
And that's the same way he always plays that D chord, nothing new there. And then the very ending, 27 and 28.
On the run.
So we have a G chord, thumb, thumb, and it's 6, 4, and then the 2nd string with my middle finger, or index, I guess. And then he does a C chord, but the G's still in the bass. So he's putting 1st finger down on the 2nd string, on the 1st fret, and then the middle finger plays the 2nd fret on the 4th string. So it's like a C chord, but this ring finger isn't there. It stays on that low G. Right? We've done that a lot in Paul Simon songs and Bob Dylan. I don't know if John Hurt does it too much, but those other folk guys do. Then you put the fingers down, 6, 2, 4, with these fingers down. So it's thumb, index on the 2nd, and then thumb on the 4th. So that whole measure. Down a little early. I'm putting them both down at the same time. You don't have to be super clean about it. That would be a little bit cleaner playing, but you can put them both down at the same time. Not a huge difference in sound, especially at the speed that Prine is doing it at. And then in the end, pinching 6 and 2 on that G chord. Then you lift your fingers, you just play open, 3, and then you strum the G chord. So pinch 6 and 2. I knew you could do it. You knew you could do it. It's just about getting it a little faster and getting the lyrics in. People are always asking for the slow run-throughs at the end. I gave them to you earlier, but let's just do the whole song nice and slow together. Why not? If you don't need to do this, just shut the video off and go outside on a nice walk. But here we go. From the top, let's do the intro. 2, 3, 4. place, remember your little back arrow button or your double tap on your iPad. You can always go back 5 or 10 seconds. And remember, if you have the app, hit that little gear button and put it on 0.75 speed if I'm ever doing anything too quick or you want it even slower. We're going to play through a bunch of verses. Since we already did the first verse, let's jump to the second one and we'll play through it, or we'll attempt to. I'm trying to get everything lined up on my screen here. Okay. So, second verse. 2, 3, 4. Well, I got a heart that burns with the fever. And I got a worried and a jealous mind. I messed it up, D. I got a worried and a jealous mind. I don't know the words, I'm sorry, I should rehearse more. I got a love that'll last forever. And then the D. How can a love that'll last forever get left so far behind? Yeah, this is good though. So, just so you don't feel bad, right? I've been playing for 27 years or something like that. But this is how you learn. You make a whole bunch of mistakes. It's part of the process. Don't get discouraged. We all kind of slog through this stuff. Let's loop it again. We'll sing the chorus. 3, 4. So what in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be on the run. Let's do the next verse just for fun, right? We're all getting our practice in. I'm getting mine in. 3. I'll do it even slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a mighty mean and dreadful sorrow. It's crossed the evil line today. How can you ask about tomorrow? When we ain't got one word to say. Normally there's a chorus and then a weird, then I think there's an instrumental break, or maybe that already happened. I don't know the song flow. Listen to it, figure it out yourself. But let's do the last chorus where we're going to do the tag. 3, 4. So what in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? Then we're gonna go, let's do the part where he tags it here. So I scroll down to 17 because we're on the last chorus. You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. Out there running just to be on the run. Back to the D, but I have to scroll. Out there running just to be on the run. Yeah, very pretty song. Rehearse it. I'm gonna rehearse it. Maybe I'll do a little version with my buddy Andrea. We shall see. I think it'd be cool to see him. I just do these songs so I get to see Andrea dance and like do his cool bass stuff. That's the only reason I do the songs. Not really, but that's one of the main motivators. That's the song, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a really good one. I almost want to talk about it and do like a songwriting breakdown, but I keep saying I'll do that. I want to make videos where we're talking through composition, like why does this song work? Why is it so beautiful? Like what makes this song interesting? It's just 3 chords that we've heard 1,800,000 times. So why is this one so effective and moving? And sure, it's the lyrics, but like even if you don't know the lyrics, like the first time I heard the song, I didn't listen to the lyrics, but it's still like the melody is captivating. So melody writing, I guess, is what I'm trying to... We should talk about melody writing one day. If you want to do that, comment below. I have no idea what the world out there wants me to discuss. But I'll keep bringing you these, and I'll try to add more in between. But I'm done. You guys are doing great. Keep at it. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you later.